Hello. Look at me on a different angle. It's interesting. I've gotten some comments about just a few where people would prefer if I was not looking down. And so I don't really have a studio, so I'm just, trying different things. So we'll see. You'll have to give me some feedback about this. I will some days still sit in the chair. Um, but anyways, so today, yesterday's reading, we took the angels, I pulled an angel card for you, and we looked at what kind of lessons we are meant to be learning from our experiences with Donald Trump. Okay, so that was yesterday's, or you'll find it in the angel card reading feed whenever you're seeing this. Today, I want to look at what are we supposed to be, what is the message about what the angels want us to learn or encourage us to be thinking about right now in relation to Kamala Harris. So, what is it about, however you relate to her, okay? In whatever ways. It might be very small, it might be very big, it might be negative, it might be positive. What are you meant to be learning from the experience with her in the election and all that kind of stuff? Okay, so I'm going to say my little prayer. Now, this angle is a little different for me. You know why I sit in the chairs, you guys? Because I can't, well, this table I have in front of me. Okay, I guess somebody did ask me to move back a little bit. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so I close my aura. Like if I actually did these, I couldn't be sitting like this, but I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. I'm just going to start with a hug from my spirit guides. Whoops, I moved that. Oh, you guys. Okay. They want to, oh, wow. Okay. They really want, okay. Wow, they really moved that out, you guys. Usually they'll like go slow. And I thought I was moving it, so I moved them back in. Holy schmoly. I think they're feeling like we all need some hugs right now. It's scary, you guys. I'm telling the SGs, it's scary. People are feeling scared, vulnerable. I'm very, very aware, and I want to have another conversation about this in another video, of people in marginalized communities and minority communities or people who aren't white, especially white men, because women, anyways, it's not really the conversation I want to go into, but I do want to have another conversation because I get the idea that I have the privilege of saying, stay in the light, calm down, let's, find our higher, find the higher meaning in all this. And I think we really, as a society, have to recognize that that alone, as much as we want to say that that's what we have to do, which many of us do believe we have to do that, some of the threats are really real, like really real, more real for other people. Now, I just want to have, feel free to comment on that here, but it needs to be in a helpful way. So one, if you feel, if that's one way you identify, then how can you help other people understand how you're feeling? And if anybody has any suggestions on how to support, and especially from those who are experiencing that. Anyways, I didn't expect to be talking about that tonight, but clearly this channel goes with the flow of things. And I wasn't even planning on doing a hug, and I ended up picking these up. I meant to just do the angel card or the prayer over the cards, and for some reason I ended up picking these up, and I thought, well, I'll just go with it then because I had already started. And I guess this is the reason, because they just wanted to but I will do another video with that topic. Not that I have any answers, but it's to just get the dialogue going to see if we can get some ideas on how we can be supportive. This really wide hug. Really wide. I mean, it's, yeah. Anybody feeling that? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do the reading. So I already said the prayer, and then we will go ahead and I know about Doreen, so don't people comment about that, but I do know about it, and I'm gonna either get a new copy of this or because you can buy it right now. Doreen's not the current author of this anymore for a variety of reasons. I think I'll just cross her name off. But that's what I'm using, the big book of that. It comes with a small book too, and this angel deck. Okay, so I'm just going to say the prayer again. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. So I call upon the collective conscious overall and the spirit guides of anyone who's visiting this channel or this particular video. And is there a message that you have for us that would be helpful in clarity, in helping us just understand what we can be learning from our experiences with Kamala Harris, whatever that experience is for people. So what can we be learning from that experience, our experiences with Kamala Harris? Interesting. I don't know what to do with those. I'm going to put them back. It doesn't feel, I got two, and I really only do one with these. So, but what's actually interesting is I got one of them was the exactly same one I got for Donald Trump. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. Interesting. What I'll do is I don't know. Okay, I just follow my instincts, and that's what I'm going to do because that's what we do. That's what you got to do. Can't question I mean, we're always questioning things, right? Okay, so what I'm going to have you do first, and I need to work on figuring out how to get the glare off of this because I'm going to have to figure out how to do that later, but I haven't figured it out yet. And now you can see my face. You can see my face. There's my face in the card. All right. So this one's really bad, this glare. Oh, okay. So what do you see? So 10 of fire. I'm going to get you close and then I'm going to scan up. Okay. So, and I will work on the glare, I promise. What do you see? Maybe if you can see it from afar first. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if that's easy. Yeah, it's totally the glare from my computer, you guys. So I know people commented and I'm like, I know, I know it's a problem. So I guess I have to work on it. It's actually more of a problem now that I'm up on this desk. So I'll come back. I just want to see if we can get a better view. Okay, sorry. You're probably like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh my God, I feel like I should just record this, but we're just hanging out, right? Okay, so do you see anything in that? Do you see anything? There, maybe that's a little better. What is it? Okay, so what do you see first? What do you see first? Maybe pay attention to that. We will talk about the symbolism of the card. Sometimes with what you see first, what jumps out at you, there's some meaning there, some messages for you specifically, okay? Some people see beautiful light things and some people see a darker message. And that is something for you to pay attention to with your own intuition. Okay, I hope that's close enough. All right, I promise I have to keep figuring out, but I promise in the next week or so, I will have that figured out. I'll have to consult with my nephew, I think, when I go to visit with him. Okay, so the card says, and then I'm going to read out of the book. So again, if any of these words resonate with you, then that would be your message. All right. Not all the words are going to resonate. So you pick out what resonates with you. And maybe at the end, I'll talk a little bit about what resonated with me. And then you can kind of see, I didn't do that with the Donald one too much, but we can see if that helps you at all with my, just kind of how I interpreted it. But it really is, what message is it for you? My messages are going to be a little different, and sometimes they might be a little bit of the same. So, all right. So the words are too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. Okay. So now this isn't about her. This is not about her. This is about what her journey on this earth right now is in your interaction, because you are interacting with her one way or another. If you found yourself here, you probably have. And I don't mean interacting, you know what I mean? Like, you're paying attention, she obviously hasn't won the election. And so what is it about that relationship with her that she can help teach you, okay? That she can help you evolve. So the words again are too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, and stress-related health concerns. So I'm going to go ahead and read out of the Ten of Fire. Ten of Fire. And if you guys want to, if you put it in the chat, I would love to hear what you got out of even just those little words or the symbol, if you can see what that is. Some of these I don't think are hugely clear, but now I can see. Now I see. Maybe when I get better lighting, we'll be able to tell better. Okay, so I'm a little afraid to hold this up. There we go. I'll just cover my face. No big deal. All right. Okay. Work can be fulfilling and exciting, or it can be exhausting and feel like a chore. This card represents times in our lives when we're working entirely too much without leaving any space for fun and play. Often this card shows up when people are working multiple jobs or when single parents are dealing with the challenge of working all day and then caring for their kids when they get home. Okay. We may find ourselves so intensely involved. Are you hearing this? We may find ourselves so intensely involved in our current endeavors that we don't even realize how run down we're becoming. Okay. A lot of energy around this election. So a little message. Very interesting. This card can also indicate health problems that are created by overwork. And I'm just going to add in there, hopefully you've given this some thought as I'm reading. To me, what this is saying is overwork, meaning our brains are working overtime with the stress of this election, or the results of the election. Okay. So that's a very kind, gentle message that we're getting. Let's see. We can take the Ten of Fire as a possible message to reduce our workload, take time off, or delegate tasks to others when possible. So it's a total self-care, It's, can you take some time off? If you can't take some time off, is there anything you can do to delegate? Can you turn off? Maybe you're getting too many of my videos, let's just say, for instance, and you don't watch all of them, or you just turn off YouTube for a while, or whatever it is, to stop having your brain overactive. Okay. So just ideas to consider. Symbolism. So here's the symbolism of the card. The dragon carries a heavy burden and does so alone. The woman from the Nine of Fire card is no longer there to assist. The pot of gold from the Nine of Fire is still intact, but now there are 10 wands in it, not only making it heavier, but giving it a more intense energy. The dragon flies at night over a starlit city. Perhaps the dragon has been working into the night, or maybe this is a second job or after-hours project. Since dragons represent passion in the Angel Tarot cards, the dragon's stance indicates that passion has been worn down by overwork. Now, I'm not taking this as a message about her. I am taking this as a message about you, okay? That's coming from her because that's what I've asked, okay? So it also could be a message about her, but we are not to worry about that because we're working on ourselves, right? Because that's all we have control over. So we're worrying about ourselves, we're caring about ourselves, our families, our loved ones. Okay, angel number. This card's angel number is 32, which asks us to have faith, to believe that our circumstances are in our best interests, and that any struggle we may be feeling is temporary and will give way to a joy of knowing that we're on a path that will make us happier over time. It's a good idea for us to work with the ascended masters, especially Jesus in this case, to ask that our burdens be lightened and our challenges simply fade away. What a great message. Now, I am not a Christian in the sense that I don't believe the only way we can go to the other side is to believe in Jesus, but I do believe in Jesus. So he's an ascended master. I totally relate to Jesus. I mean, he's incredible. And what he did on earth. So I love that message to remind us that today, this message you're getting is to specifically connect with Jesus, if you feel called to do that, to ask that our burdens be lightened and our challenges simply fade away. Okay? So anyone who, can say a little prayer, let's focus on Jesus for this one. This number reduces to 5, 3 plus 2, a number of great change. In order to extricate ourselves, I'm not reading that right, from this time of weariness, the changes our angels are asking us to make must be implemented. Oh. Interesting. So in order to rid ourselves, I'm not going to use that word. I don't know why I can't see it, the word the right way it's supposed to be pronounced right now. I'm a little tired, so you can probably tell from this reading, but I'm still going to go with it. In order to rid ourselves from this time of weariness, the changes our angels are asking us to make must be implemented. Okay, so that's a very strong message, you guys. And this is similar to the message that we got from Donald Trump's. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. So you have to protect your brain most of all, because whatever you've got going on in the brain, if we keep feeding ourselves all the stuff that's going on, and it's just going to keep escalating. So we really need to protect ourselves. If you want to find out what's going on in the world, decide right now, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, and then turn it off. Just to keep up with it. I think it's important for some people to keep up with it. It's important for me to keep up with it because, I want to be aware, because I need to know when I personally am called to stand up for people that I need to not protect, but just be with, so people don't feel they're alone. So that's what I'm hoping to do, is to identify when that time is right. But we have to take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, we won't be able to do that. We won't be able to do it. Okay. So that is the goal of my channel here, is to do whatever I can to just bring you a little bit of solace and think bigger than what we're seeing on the news or what we're seeing about any of that stuff that's going on. Okay. Okay, so I like that message. The astrology for the card. Saturn is the planet that represents where we feel restricted or held back. Sagittarius, on the other hand, is a planet of great freedom and independence. So it's no surprise that these two are very challenging when in combination. Saturn binds Sagittarius natural spiritual faith. So Saturn binds Sagittarius's natural spiritual faith, making it difficult to have hope. Okay? It's tough to cope if we don't have faith. Saturn in Sagittarius can become very disillusioned, frustrated, and skeptical. This energy believes that we only attain success through hard work and trust must be earned. Interesting. So what did you get from that? The part that resonates with me is it's tough to cope if we don't have faith. For me, that's what resonated. So think about what resonated with you. And I think a lot people are really grappling with their faith. And I think for me, it's the faith in our government, our faith in the whole process. You know, I really started feeling, so if you're here for the card reading, see ya, I'm just going to chat a little bit for anyone who wants to hang around. Today, you know, I don't know if you're experiencing this, but like every day I have a new aha or a new like way of looking at things, which, you know, I think we always do anyways, but these are really strong. You know, it's like, and I think like I feel tired, you know. And it's interesting because like I felt so peaceful this morning and then I didn't feel peaceful and then I felt peaceful. So you're getting that like just kind of whipped around. But I started feeling, and this is a channel. This is a channel for me about expressing where I'm at in hopes that it creates dialogue, respectful dialogue. So I don't expect anybody to agree with me. It's just bringing up the topics so to help people process. But for today, my thought process, I was a little annoyed by the whole government, actually. All of them today. And so I'm processing my faith in how the whole thing, I feel like, and actually I did a video on this today. I did a short, well, it wasn't really short. It was like 3-minute video, but it was like, it was about The Walking Dead and how I just see like, you know, at first it was interesting, like a sociological experiment. And now it's just like these, you know, like if you watch The Walking Dead, the first couple of years for me were very interesting, but then it just became about community after community just battling it out. I'm like, it's such an old story. Like I just didn't find enjoyment in that. And now I'm starting to see that that's how I'm feeling today. Now I'm going to wake up tomorrow and have a totally different coffee with Karen because I'll have a different insight. But we have to reserve the right to change our minds too. Like I'm doing videos of how I feel about stuff just because I'm interested in sharing. And literally like the next day I could almost be like, you know, 180 degree, not always, not usually, but you know what I mean? That's how fast things are shifting. And so we have to allow ourselves to do that too. As part of the self-care is just allow ourselves to be vulnerable and be happy one minute and sad the next and accept it and accept other people doing that too. I think we need to do that. But like, I don't know. I was kind of like really irritated. And it actually made me more resolved, like in the sense of like, just let it go. When I got irritated with the whole government, I was like, how in the heck did you guys let this happen? Like I had faith. When we were growing up, we respected our Supreme Court so much. When I went to DC, I went into the Supreme Court when they were in session. I thought it was like the coolest thing. I had so much respect for them, and they just blew it. They just ruined that. They ruined it. And all of it. I feel like they've been in, this isn't fear mongering. I don't want to do that. I'm just processing out loud. And then mostly just, I want people to feel free to process. And just to know you're not alone if you're thinking, you might have other things you're thinking about. But it just made me wonder. I did lose a little faith in our whole structure today. So I'm grappling with that a little bit. And it's not like obviously, if we were going to do a revote or something, I mean, there's no doubt where I stand on that. But it's very disappointing, the fact that we even got here, So, but then, okay, here's the other whiplash I go through. I go through the reality of the reality we're sitting in, the reality we think we're sitting in. Like, what am I, I don't know. People say that this stuff is not really real. It's like the timeline you're in, I'm still exploring that. I'm actually starting to understand timelines a little bit, because now I start to feel like that whole thing is in its own timeline. And I don't know why, but that actually resonates with me. And I haven't figured that out yet, why it resonates with me. But only because I feel so like, you guys just do you, because I don't know. But then the people they're affecting, they don't have the privilege. The people who are really hurting, the people who are feeling threatened by it, they don't have the privilege to have that attitude. So that, I don't know, maybe they do. I have no idea how people are feeling. Everybody is having such different experiences, and we have to just let people have their experiences. But I don't know, that whole structure, it's interesting. And it's interesting because I've been hearing spiritual leaders who channel, like not like tarot readers necessarily, but people who actually channel. And I've been hearing a consistent message since I've been on YouTube, like 6 months, literally since March. I don't know how many months it's been, but I was on YouTube doing business videos, but I never watched. I didn't even know this whole world was out here. I just never paid attention. But I started really listening to the people who were channeling and the messages, and they were all very consistent about the chaos that was going to be coming, and that it really is about our spiritual growth. It's about the evolution of humanity. So I go back and forth, like, I'm mad about this. Why did this happen? And then, so mad, spiritual perspective. Mad, spiritual perspective. It's like, and at some point, am I going to just be spiritual perspective? I don't know. Can anybody relate to that? So anyways, I know this wasn't I wasn't on my A game today, but I am not trying to be perfect here. And I'm going to stick to that. I'm not sure sitting on this table, it's kind of hurting my back. So I know people, it's interesting because I know people are committed here, and I love that. I love that so much. People are just amazing. I can't even believe it. You guys are amazing. But the thing is I told my sister, the thing that would chase me off of YouTube in a heartbeat, like literally click, click. That's all it takes, you guys. Click, click. That's all it takes to close it. The thing that would keep me off in a heartbeat is if I started to feel like people were putting me in a box, because I have been in a box. We all are, since I was 5 years old, right? Go to kindergarten, and don't talk so much, don't laugh so much, don't be so bubbly, don't talk to the boys, don't, whatever it is. Our whole lives, we're in a box. This is a whole nother conversation, but I'm just going with it. You can click off at any time. Our whole lives were in a box, and I'm at a point in my life where because I can, because I worked for 30 years full time, and I'm at a point where I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to work for somebody else. And I saved. We didn't spend a lot. We lived in a condo our whole lives. Okay. I mean, our whole adult lives. So, well, 4 years we owned a house, but then after that we sold it and we were like, nah, too big. We don't need that big much of space. And we always wanted to live below our means so that we could save a lot and retire early. And that's what we did. So we just made, and I know that doesn't work out for everybody. It's just that was our life circumstance. But I'm an Aries, and I don't really know astrology that well, but Aries do not like to be put in boxes at all. So, and that is me big time, So because I've had to work, I was constantly challenged, to obey, to like stay in the box. And if I have to be put in a box here, it just like, no, it won't. I'm standing my ground, in life. I'm just saying, like, this is my box. And I love that there are people coming into it. But because it's so funny because people, and I love suggestions, I love topic suggestions, all that kind of stuff. But it was hard for me today, and this is why, my sister looks at most of the comments, but every once in a while I get in there. But because people are getting to know me and know the channel, they're feeling comfortable or whatever, and then people start making all these suggestions on, you should do it this way, and you shouldn't say it this way, and you should not say that word, and blah, 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 blah. No, I'm, if I have to do that, because I'm not giving presentations. I'm not like, I don't have outlines of stuff. And this is for me an outlet. And I was hoping to bring some of my facilitation skills and my interest in spirituality here to whoever wants to hang out, So I wonder, now that I'm saying that, does anybody else feel that way, that they're always expected to, live in other people's boundaries? I'll have maybe we should do another whole topic or conversation on that. But it's really, really freeing when you don't have to do that. Really freeing. And I would say that I spent most of my life working towards having that because that was really important to me. Now, some people don't mind that at all. Like I actually said to my niece once, well, wouldn't you want to have your own business? Because she's in her 20s and she's like, oh, heck no. I would rather just go to work, be told what to do, and come home. And I'm like, oh, so everyone's not like me. Okay, I get it. But I think I spent most of my life not wanting to be placed in a box, not wanting, I follow the norms, of course, but, and I have to say, I was fortunate enough because most of my entire career was in higher education. So when you work in higher education, it is much more flexible to what you can do. But I still had, you got to be here 8 to 4:30 and those kind of things. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but at the end of my career, it was really, it depended on who we worked for and who the people, it ended up getting much different. And, you need to do things this way. And I hadn't really had to do that a lot of my life. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm absolutely certain I created that lifestyle because that's my personality type, my Aries, being an Aries. But so, yeah, so that's my truth bomb for the channel here. I just have to be careful. I have to protect myself. Because again, the minute I don't feel free, somebody said you post too many videos, and I'm like, I want to post videos when I want to post videos. I'm not, it's okay for you not to watch them all. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not really even having a conversation now about, it's just what is interesting to me more than anything, because I can deal with that. Like I don't even have to look. I don't even have to look at it, but I do like looking at your guys' comments. But every once in a while, one of those kind of things float in, and because I'm so new, I'm getting used to getting all these comments. When I did my business videos, I didn't get a lot of comments. Like I can't even believe how many people are commenting now, because when I did the business videos for 4 years, by the way, I had 7,000 subscribers. But I mean, and now, I mean, this one just went, because the topic is more interesting for people and it's really a heightened time. So the timing was impeccable. I just kind of followed my guidance and just, okay, I'll go on, you know. But it's interesting because I never really understood, like I've never been on social media doing the comments and stuff. I've heard people talk about it, but it's interesting to me how people feel like they have the right to make as many comments about you or something, not about the channel, not about the community, being a part of the community. Comment all you want. I love it. I love all the different perspectives, and different perspectives than mine. It's not what I'm saying. I didn't even expect to talk about all this, but this is the mood I'm in right now. So I hope I'm not. But here's the thing. This is a perfect example. I'm talking about this because it's in my heart right now. You don't have to sit and listen to it, you know, but people will be like this. I guarantee it. I'll get a comment tomorrow. You talk too long. I'm unsubscribing. Why do you even have to say that? I guess I don't understand why people have to even say that. Just unsubscribe. Like why? Why are we always trying? And this is so obvious in the comments. Why are we always trying to bring people down? Why are we always trying to say, aha, gotcha, and I'm going to make sure you know it? It's so interesting. I'm not even sure I'm going to publish this video now. But yes, I probably should, because it's real, you know. But I guess I don't understand that whole phenomenon. I don't, you know, I get on people's videos and I'm watching them. And one topic I really dig. And then the next one I'm like, I don't like that one. I walk away. But no, like I don't go on there and start like saying, you shouldn't talk about that. That's rude or whatever, you know. It's like, that's what they want to talk about. That's their channel. And if I don't like it, I'm going to walk away, you know. But people, I guess I wonder what it is about our human nature that, and you know what? I wonder how much women do it to women more than they do it to men. I wonder if men, well, first of all, I'm generalizing, but, and people hear what they want to hear too, which is fascinating. But, all right, I'm definitely not posting this video. Oh my God. And the more I say that, I'm like, I absolutely have to post this video. We'll see how many people unsubscribe from me tomorrow. But that's where I'm at today. But tomorrow, I love coffee with Karen. So when I get up, I always have something to talk about, which is weird, right away in the morning. So anyways, if you left for the card reading, anybody still here? That's all I want to know in the comments is if anybody's still here at the very end. So I know the diehards, the people who just want to chill with me are still here, and thank you. But it's okay if nobody else is here, because I know you guys have other things to do. So I'm going to post as many videos as I want, and you just don't need to, you know, just catch the ones you want. Catch the ones that feel good to you. All right. Thanks for, you know, letting me have a moment. Have a good night. Bye-bye. See you.